So in this video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to use a basic two-way radio that we use here at Ben Epps Airport. We use these to communicate with each other, with the front desk, with tower, and anything to do with communicating and handling the servicing of different aircraft. So you'll have one of these on you whenever you're working, and it's made by Motorola. I'm just going to show you basic operating, how to use this, as well as a basic VHF radio, which it talks on the tower frequency of 126.3. So first I'm going to show you our basic two-way radio. Mine's currently on right now. I'm going to turn it off. But when you first get your radio, you'll get it out of its docking station where it's charging. You'll take this knob up here with the right white line. You will turn it and it will click.
Airport.
And I don't know if you heard it in the video, but it'll come on and it will say airport. You can adjust the volume with this knob. You can turn it all the way up. I typically leave mine all the way up unless someone's talking on it and it's too loud, I'll turn it down. And to turn it off, you'll just turn it back until it clicks. And then it'll go off. But make sure it's on. This knob right here changes the airport channels. You're not really gonna mess with this. You're gonna keep it on the airport channel. I'm not sure if you can read it there, but it says airport. And that's the channel you're gonna wanna keep it on. This orange button right here, if you press and hold it for too long, it will contact emergency services. So try to keep your finger off that button. If you hit it and they call you, just let them know it's an accident. No big deal, but it's there if you need it. I think you have to press and hold it, but I'm not sure. I've never tested it. But try not to accidentally press this button. Once the radio is on, to transmit on it, on this side of the button, you'll have the big transmit button right here. You'll press and hold it. Press and wait until you hear a click, and you'll know that you're transmitting. If you start talking right as you press it, it might cut off the first thing you want to say. So if you heard that click right there, wait until you hear that and then start talking. And if you're outside and it's windy, it may be difficult to hear you. So make sure you put it really close to your mouth when you're talking, just to make sure there's no communication cut off. This button right here used to turn on the display in the front. So right now it says airport on the side. Sorry about the glare, but if you press this button, it'll light it up for you. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If you're getting a fuzzy noise or it's not transmitting or receiving properly, check the antenna. This thing does unscrew and come off, and if it's too loose, you won't get a good signal, so make sure that's in there good and tight. And that's about it. If you need to change the battery, come down here. There's clamps right here. You press and hold one of these on both sides. The battery can slide out and you can insert a new battery. But that is pretty much how you use this. And oh, one more thing with this, one of these belt clamps, you can slide this on, put the clamp part over the screen, so you'll slide it on just like that until it clicks, and then you can clamp it to your belt or your pants or your wherever you want to keep it. Now over to the VHF transceiver. This radio is used to talk on the tower frequency. So if you're doing a lot of operations, crossing runways, a lot of movement area operations, you might want to have one of these with you instead of one of these. Tower does have this radio frequency and you can talk to them with this, but sometimes it's better to use the actual frequency that other aircraft are listening to if you're going to be on the taxiways and runways quite a bit. For this one, there's a little power button in the corner. You'll just press and hold that, and it'll come on, and then right there it'll have the frequency. It should be on 126.3. You can change the frequency by dialing in the numbers here, but you want to keep it on the tower frequency. Transmit button is right here. Once again, you'll press and hold it and then speak. Volume is up here, and Squelch is right up here. Squelch, if you're not familiar, basically determines the sensitivity of the microphone or the sensitivity of the transmission, so you don't get a lot of static noise. Typically, this won't be an issue, so you'll leave that where it is. And then to turn it off again, you'll just press and hold the power button. And that is how to use the airport radios.